up guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drea. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Today's video is going to be about making healthier food choices. So over the years, I've learned that whenever I follow a very strict or just restrictive diet, I always end up falling off track. I kind of just adopted a more flexible way of eating, and that way I can focus on making the healthiest choices most of the time, or as much as I can. So if you guys do enjoy this video, let me know down in the comments, and I can keep making these for you guys because I feel like I have a lot. So without any further ado, let's get right on to the video. Okay, so the first one is granola and muesli. So granola and muesli are really similar, but they're also different. So the main difference between them is that granola is actually baked and it has sugar, maple syrup, or honey, which is what gives it that really like sweet, crunchy taste. And then muesli, on the other hand, is usually kind of the same thing as granola, but it's just raw. It has no added sugar or any other additives. It usually just has like dried fruits, nuts, and seeds. The only downside to eating muesli instead of granola is that granola you can use as a topping for your yogurt, cereal, acai bowl, like anything that you're eating. Granola is like ready to go. And with muesli, you kind of have to let it soak in a little bit. So I usually do overnight oats, or I even prepare it in the morning. I go take a shower, I work out, and then by the time I'm done, it's ready. So I have a few nutrition facts just to kind of give you guys a better idea. So they're both gonna be like high carb, high calorie foods because of the oats and the nuts and the seeds. But where you actually really see a difference is in the grams of sugars. The granola that I just pulled up from Google has 212 calories per serving. 44 grams of those are carbs, and 15 of those grams of carbs are sugar. So it obviously depends on which muesli you're buying. The one that I like is just rolled oats, nuts, and seeds. If you buy one with dried fruit, obviously it's going to have more sugar, and you should just always read ingredients and have as little ingredients as possible in your foods. But muesli would be a much better option than granola. Next up would be potato chips versus popcorn, or like chips like popcorners, anything that is just popped and not deep fried. So 1 cup of potato chips is usually the equivalent of 6 cups of popcorn. So not only can you eat a lot more for the same serving, but it's also much healthier for you because it's much lower in saturated fats and fats in general. And because it has a lot more volume, you are going to get fuller faster than if you're just like snacking on potato chips. Whenever I start, I can't stop. So I would just stay away from potato chips. If you do like to have like that crunch or a snack, popcorn is a great option. Just do like air popped popcorn, obviously no added butter or any of that. Also get the popcorners, which are amazing, but you obviously have to be mindful of how much you're eating. I'm not saying to like have the whole bag, but as an alternative, it is a much better option. The nutrition facts on these are: for potato chips, 152 calories for 1 serving, 10.2 grams of fat, and 14.2 grams of carbs. And then for like air popped popcorn, it's usually around 128. So not that big of a difference, but the huge difference comes in the grams of fat. So the chips have 10.2 grams and the popcorn has 1.3 grams of fat. So that is huge. Okay, next up is cacao versus cocoa powder. And I've actually noticed that a lot of people don't know the difference, and it's huge. So cacao is the raw version and cocoa is the processed version. So they basically come from the same plant, but one is roasted and it's taken to like really high temperatures where it loses a lot of its nutrients like magnesium, potassium, and calcium. So when I looked up the nutrition facts, I saw that the magnesium and potassium was like literally less than a quarter than what it is of raw cacao. Cacao is one of the highest antioxidant foods. It's a superfood and it's amazing for you. And it has no additives and no added sugars. I add like a scoop or 2 every single day to my chocolate protein smoothie, and it tastes amazing, especially if you're someone that likes dark chocolate or like that deep, rich chocolate flavor. So I would highly recommend making the switch. There's so many different brands that you can buy. They sell it at Costco, they sell it on Amazon. And because it does have that bitter taste, remember you can always add a little bit of stevia or some dates, whatever you need to add, but you don't need any of those artificial added sugars. Next food swap is whole wheat bread and Ezekiel toast. So for the longest time, I've been eating Ezekiel bread, and it's game changer. Like, I am obsessed. I actually like it more than just whole wheat bread. I feel like whole wheat bread has become like the popular kind of like healthy option, and it is healthier than just white bread, but it's not the best option. And Ezekiel toast, if you're not familiar with it, are sprouted grains. When grains are sprouted, they break down the grain, and that process releases enzymes that basically allow for maximum vitamin and mineral absorption. Ezekiel bread also has no preservatives, it doesn't have any cultured wheat starch, and while whole wheat bread has 1 grain, Ezekiel bread has 6 sprouted grains and legumes. So it's a much healthier option, and it also contains more protein, more fiber, and a lower glycemic index. So for people that can't have like blood sugar spikes, it's a really good option. Okay, and then lastly for this video, it's going to be white rice versus cauliflower rice. So this is an obvious one, and I know they're not the same. I haven't even been able to convince myself that they are the same, because they're not. But when you're trying to just make healthier choices, having white rice often is not the best option. So whenever you are craving just that like side of something that can just like grab some sauce, or you can like scoop some chicken and have that along with it, and like also more like volume, cauliflower rice is a great option. So I usually make like cauliflower stir fry rice and then add some veggies, some protein, and then it's like kind of like a fried rice, but it has barely any carbs and a lot of fiber, a lot of veggies. I'm not saying to completely replace white rice, but if you are trying to eat less carbs or even less calories in general, it is a really good option, and you can't go wrong with eating more veggies. It also has twice the amount of fiber than white rice does. For the nutrition facts, the cauliflower rice has 20 calories and 4 grams of carbs per serving, and for the same amount in weight, white rice has 210 calories and 46 grams of carbs. So yeah, that's 10 times more grams of carbs and 10 times more the calories. I love white rice though. Alrighty guys, so that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know down in the comments below and give this video a big thumbs up, and that way I can keep making these for you guys. I think that they can be really helpful when you're trying to make healthier food choices and maybe you don't even know where to start, or maybe you have seen these foods as healthy foods and maybe they're not the healthiest options. So if you're trying to just have a more flexible and less restrictive diet, there's always things that you can use as food swaps that will not completely get rid of those foods, but that can be really good alternatives. So hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I will see you guys later.
You know